Ah! Hello. How you doing? Questionable things? Yes. Don't worry, not that questionable. Just like, why are you drawing this? Which hopefully people will find out soon. Next week, I'm hoping. So yeah. Hello. Hello. How are we? Are we alright? We good? Having a good weekend? Let's find some music to play in the background of the doodle streams. What is some good music for this kind of thing? I don't know, really. So yeah, it's going to be a chill doodle stream today. I have some things I need to draw. And they will make no sense out of context, because I have already drawn the ones that do make sense. I don't know. I don't know. Rayman Origins? Rayman Legends? Rayman... Ramoon? Rayman Legends, why not? Stick that on. How's the weekend going? Is it good? People having a good time? Ostinato. Yeah. Muzak. Okay. Let's get going with some doodles. We don't need the lamp today. You're right. Fun game yesterday. I had a game. Did you do a game? What am I going to draw first? I have a list. Do we start with the weirder ones or work our way up? Or we can go in chronological order, I guess. Let's draw Wario wearing a vest. Why not? What does Wario look like? Frame man? Really? I'm not doing anything. Right. So. Okay. Wow, Wario really does have a bit of a butt chin going on, doesn't he? Okay. Just trying to work out. I haven't drawn anything today. Yippee! It's my catchphrase. Wario wearing a vest. Yes. I need to draw that. So let's just give it a quick sketch. It's got a lot of lumps and bumps, hasn't he? Where to begin? I don't know. Gonna get a sort of pose going. I want him to be sort of. He's doing this a lot in his pictures, doing this whole sort of strongman pose. I guess he's kind of got the moustache for it. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can say about the things I'm drawing today. Except that hopefully they will make sense eventually. His nose is unpleasant. Did I give you a nice art present from yesterday? You recognise the art style? Thank you too for good art. Hope you liked it. Yeah. Oh, was it the birthday game? Yeah, sorry I didn't get into that. I've got a lot of bits and bobs. I'm behind on many a thing. Got big old chunky teeth, which is also slightly unsettling. There we go. That's how we know it's Wario. Looking over here. The eyes. So the eyes are sort of shaped by the nose. His eyes are weird. He's weird. Wario's weird. Ah, let's say then. I'll never get me into a game. I'm not sure about that. How do you draw? How exactly do? Yeah, I will say that most people watching this probably have enough requisite knowledge to work out what it is these things are for, but I would be very surprised if anyone does. It's terrifying. I know. How do you draw Wario in a slightly less terrifying way? Like his eyes. Okay, his eyes are too far apart. I'm looking at a reference there. He does also have the moustache, so better get that in there. How's a miss? Is a miss well? Wow. Misses are good. Wonderful. A miss is good. Oh, he has sort of... I didn't realise he has spiky ears. Hmm. Well, there you go. How is you? You is okay. Whoops. So long as it's recognisably... Well, it doesn't even need to be recognisably warrior. just needs to be there. Just needs to exist. But I think it was fun. Lots of good laughs. Sometimes the line between dark fantasy and slapstick comedy is very thin. It's a good fertile ground for such things. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? That potted him as old warrior. A little bit like that, and then a big old. Zoom out in a bit and go, what on earth is going on? Like that. It needs to be like... not nearly wide enough, not nearly solid enough. Nice proggy jazz going on in the background. These don't need to be particularly good. That's the main thing you need to take away from this. Is they just need to exist. So yeah, just trying to... W's on his gloves, of course he does. The arms really should be going in. Looks less like he's flexing and more like he's going, yeah, I did the thing. The brim needs to be wider here. Like when a thug tried to set the building on fire by throwing a torch towards a straw bed, but instead managed to throw it behind him and had to hurry to put it out. As you do. Many a time you attempt to throw a thing and you accidentally drop it behind you. Just me? No, just me. Anyway, so we need to work out how this is going to go. I'm thinking that sort of wireframe sort of thing. That's where you're really going to see the contour, isn't it? Hello, you were looking at Cooking Disasters. Not aware you had pictures of my attempts at any kind of cooking. So we put them in the best. Yeah, I'm going for one of those sort of like white. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of. Let me get. String vest, kind of. I think this adequately explains what I'm after. You know what I mean? It's sort of a slightly tighter weave than that. What's this for? You'll have to wait and see. This is why it's questionable, Doodles, because there is no context yet. Proportions. Back. You not like that? Good, it's Wario. I mean, what's stopping it? It's public decency, I think. So what has let's keep doing that. What has everybody's weekend entailed apart from games and such? Hold it. Have you seen Britain when the sun comes out? Alas, yes. Have you seen my next door neighbour? Supposed to be putting Christmas decorations up today, but that never happened, which is sad. I'm sure things will happen. It's dark. Hello. Welcome to this. We've probably started with the most disturbing one first. I do have to draw a banana on the toilet at some point. But other than that, I can do that tastefully, that's fine. Right, give it a flip. I made an analogy recently, which is a musical analogy. Does he have, like, hair? Not really drawn. Again, if you can work out the context for all of these things, good job. Because you have the information at your disposal. Really wondering what the hell you're planning need for all this. I mean, I guess there's a bit of bias in it, in as much as the reason I would be drawing a picture of it is because it's so off the wall it needed an illustration. So naturally I'm going to be drawn towards drawing the more peculiar things in this thing. But again, hopefully next week people should see what it is that it is. Patrons will see first. Yay. This is what you get for your patronage. Are you happy now? Are you glad you spent that money? Gonna cancel your Patreon for a month? I ordered the last round of stickers on Friday. It's the one time I actually finally managed to get a discount on the stickers. They always have a sale 2 days before or 2 days after I buy the stickers. And so I got the Black Friday deal this time, yay! Which means that the last batch of stickers has now been bought. Hopefully you like them. Hopefully you can work out which one's yours. Hopefully you like the other ones as well. I realised while doing it, it's a nice gesture giving everybody their own sticker, but they're also going to get 8 other stickers that have nothing to do with them, so I hope they like it. But yeah, it might be, you probably won't get them till next year at this point. I imagine the sticker company's probably a bit behind on things. I'm going to have to send them off, and then you've got to wait for postage. People in the UK might not be too bad. Right, let's ink this. Doesn't have to be, again, doesn't have to be a fantastic job, just good enough. Oh, it's actually got a white brim in the hat. Wide W. Get the central component down first. Get the idea. I've been getting flooded with RPG books. The post has been super speedy lately. I haven't sent much out, obviously, but people got last month's stickers pretty quickly, at least in the UK. I don't know about people elsewhere. Posties deserve a medal this year. They deserve a lot. As somebody who was in a band with 2 of them, I hear the things they go through. To be honest, everybody who's been working this year deserves some sort of special dispensation. All of the laughably known as essential workers. Not laughable because what you do isn't important, but laughable because it basically, you know, what do we not want to deal with the inconvenience of not having? It's like, it's not really what essential means. Let people look after themselves. It's a schnoz. But hey ho, these things happen. I can't control it. What should you name your ponyta? Atinop. I don't know. There's the glue reference. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, I didn't make a glue fact. That would have been good. I've ruined the surprise now. That's a weird noise. Sorry, I just heard a weird noise outside. Make a clue fact. Hi, how you doing? You return with quiche! Quiche! That looks vaguely like Wario, yeah? The eyes are too big, but... He says as if he can't change it. Bit of kazoo. I have a kazoo here. Yeah. They're loud kazoos. Only the name Roach. Guess it's already named now, but I was trying to think of any sort of horse-related. Can only think of Jockey Toba. Every now and then on Instagram, I get a like on the Homer horse that I did for Jockey Toba, and I'm like, why? Wonderful horse. Is it a horse? It does the job, right. Okay, so what I want to do now is give it a colour. I literally gave a second's thought to, hang on, can I flip this? Will the W look weird if I flip this? No, W is has reflectional symmetry, it's fine. Okay, so here's like a yellow. So a bit warmer. About that. And then sort of whitish. There. Then a sort of very bluey purple. He's being very affectionate and keeps nearly falling off your bed. No. Sometimes your Atlas-tober gets drawings get liked and retweeted on Twitter. Just... Is it the smexy ones? Yeah, the more I colour it, the more I don't want to colour this. Ta-da! And cannot forget, big old bright pink nose. He does have brown hair though. Let's go for... I should do this up there, right? Well, should I? I'll work it out. I don't like it, but I've drawn it. Usually it's the Peak Niku one. I don't remember Peak Niku Atlas. I remember Peak Niku PAL. Pretty sure if I type in Atlas-tober, nothing else is going to come up, is it? No. Turns out a lot of other things are going to come up. I'll work it out. I do also occasionally get retweets of all the drawfee stuff that I used to do. I get a lot of retweets for the SCP. Which one was it? The pyramid one. SCP-4004. That's the one. That one. People seem to like to retweet that one for some reason. I personally prefer the 173. This is kind of cute. Look at it. Anyway. Right. I need to grab that. Nope. That. Nope. Refer to all layers. There we are. There we are. Do a quick expand and then a mask. There we go. I don't like it, but it's there. Might do a smaller... Did I just... No, I didn't. Is it worth just fleshing it out a little bit, pardon the expression. I think that's better. Better or worse? I assume... Sorry, I just looked up and saw Myth shouting baby. I'm assuming you're not referring to this. We're getting Waluigi as well? No, just Wario. Can this get better? It can get slightly less worse. Right, let's just very quickly throw some shading on this. Gonna throw some shade. Give it a horrible three-dimensionality that it does not deserve. I missed the mouth, I'll get back to that in a sec.
Make it pop off the page.
No, I think I'll be tried under several war crimes if I did that.
Boo.
Boo. Okay, now to fill in the gaps. This usually happens in shading, I don't know why. I noticed the gaps. Okay. Bring it. Why are you up there? Why did everything else minimize? Computer, what are you doing? Am I still streaming? I'm still streaming, okay. Computer, what's going on? Okay, that's a bit too... So what I want is the yellow. That'll do. One down. Right. Don't have to look at that again. Geneva Convention on like guidelines anyway? I never signed it, so... Okay, next thing. And cross that off the list. Where's my pen? Pens. That was right next to the microphone. You're probably quite loud. Done. Okay. A relatively simple one. This is a two-parter. First one is me, i.e. the Rufus that I draw as me, but as like a private investigator with like a hat, glasses, stuff. is a lot more normal. Pens and paper in the digital age, what barbarism is this? I've gotten used to writing little lists on post-it notes. Helps me remember things. Hats with wobbly brims are always tricky. What do Wario and Rufus as a private investigator have in common? You'll be even more confused when I show you part 2 of this. How exactly do glasses work with Rufus's big nose? Doesn't look great. They're very wide brimmed out here. It's meant to be a trilby. It's Christy, hello, how you doing? Oh, for a second you thought there was Disney music playing. Take it up with Christophe Herral. Is that a crispy detective? Possibly. If I told you that, I'd have to kill you. A hat. Hats are hard. It was a dark and stormy night, the rain pattering down on the city. Like a slight downpour on a lady's umbrella. A city I'm compelled to compare to a woman for some baffling reason. Why am I wearing sunglasses at night? Because it's noir. They're like those colorblind sunglasses, but it's the other way around. They make everything black and white. Like Christie's eyes haven't been ruined by previous art? Well, okay, Christie, I'm going to give you the opportunity to either see or not see this. I will, in 5 seconds, reveal what we drew before this, and you're more than welcome to see it or look away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's gone. There we are. It was entirely Christie's choice as to whether or not their eyes are ruined, but where'd you buy these noir glasses? I don't know, but they sound... Just made them up, but they sound cool. Is it possible? Can you do that? Probably not. Because, like... No, you can't be able to do that, surely. Can you? It's not what you expected. I don't think it's what anyone expected. Damn. Still don't like the hat. I don't really like this at all, to be honest. Let me have another crack at it. Only this time, do things loosely. A little more that way. Ah, what am I? Yeah, okay. Well, I regret remembering to look at the GIF place. That's the thing. It didn't, you know. I was about to say it didn't need to be a thing. You didn't need to bring our attention to it, but I'm not really in a position to be high and mighty about this today, am I? Okay, I think that's better than. Let's flip it before I go too far. I remember there was an episode of Poirot. No, I can't remember largely what happened in the episode. But basically a rich man was killed, and it was to do with a will, probably. But the one thing I remember is that at the end of it, there were two characters in it. There were quite a few characters in it. It's a murder mystery. But there were a couple of characters in it that sort of stood out. There was the daughter of the person who was killed, who was a bit sort of... just sort of inexperienced, a bit sort of unsteady in themselves. And there was her friend, who was much more sort of world-wise and, protective of her and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of the episode, when neither of them turned out to have anything to do with the murder, the daughter and her friend, inherited a lot of money and basically went travelling the world, to try and get away from it all and all that sort of stuff. And I just remember the dynamic of those two people going to travel the world together. That's a really good setup for a murder mystery, isn't it? Like these two women traveling the world just in the 1930s or whenever it is, just solving murders as they travel around. That's cool. I want that. Make that a show. The sort of nice but slightly naive person with high social standing and their sort of more world-wise, no-nonsense friend. Getting into scrapes and solving murders. Yeah, that just always stuck out to me as like, I want their story. Right, that's not a terrible drawing. I'll go with it. Now to draw part 2, which is exactly the same thing. But instead of me, it's a hedge. This on random. What is on random? Well, it's random. Yeah. That does the job. That was a lot faster, wasn't it? Cool. Now to ink these. Again, feel free to attempt to connect the dots. I'll be surprised if you do. Now, jackets go. Is this an episode of Poirot? What, where somebody turns into a hedge? Not as far as I'm aware. Hedge, private investigator, Rufus, and warrior. Don't forget the banana on the toilet. Haven't drawn that yet. Might not get around to drawing that today. That's pretty low down the list. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Ah, nice chunky bit of hair. We're talking just a banana or a sentient banana? A sentient banana. And I would need to do 2 pictures of them. One of them just on the toilet. And one of them surprised to discover that next to the toilet is a pile of bombs. Again, connect the dots if you can. The fun thing about this... Nah, that's giving too much away. Can't say it. Shut up, me. That's okay. We'll go with that. It dips down a bit too low. Close enough. It doesn't make any physical sense, but it's close enough. How does the sentient banana and warrior relate to Hitman? That's a fantastic question. One that will go down in the ages, that will flummox philosophers. That's quite difficult to say. Flummox philosophers. How do they relate to one another? You're working under the assumption that any of these are actually connected. Which, given all that you've seen, is a flimsy assumption. Cool. No, we just copy that. Delete what we don't need, i.e. me. Oops, keep sunglasses. Might want the suit. Nah, it's better than that, just a coat. That's quite a nice track. Okay. They inspire existential dread. How does me, dressed as a private investigator, inspire existential dread? Music is a bit of a trip. Nothing in life really matters, so you might as well replace yourself with a hedge. There's a David Lynch film in there. Did I try drugs for the first time when you came up with this? No. I did run out of Diet Coke, so it might be caffeine withdrawal. Not enough drugs, that's what. I have Coke now, don't worry about it. Right, cool. So now let's get colour in. Sort of yellowier colour. Don't need to be too precise with the whole thing. Just gonna need mostly the top. Also far too pink. Ah, no, that's a bit too yellow. Ah! Skin tones, they're hard. Because there's such variety in them, it's difficult to know where to start. Browner than that. If you didn't get any migraines now, it's fine. Been relatively good with not having too much. Oh, that'll do. Now let's get... We'll do shading in a bit. Just copy that. Oop, wrong layer. Oop. Oh! One of the good things about Clip Studio is transparency is a color. So you can take your favorite brush, it's got a nice little texture to it, so it's like, oh, the textured brush or whatever. But you can make it transparent, so you can just rubbing the whole thing out. But what that means is you can also transparent fill. So just delete a color in an area. That's pretty cool. I like that. Here's the paper behind to demonstrate that it is transparent rather than just white. Neat. I remember that was like one of the first things I worked out in Clip Studio that made me go, ooh, oh yes please. Please sing all its praises. You're still debating about buying it. We'll need to do it tonight. Having bought it, I see absolutely no reason I would ever go back to Photoshop. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's for you. Because, you know, you're not always on the computer. I'm always on a desktop, so, and you have Procreate and things like that. Which I've... Not enough quality of life things in Procreate for me to be using it regularly, although I do want to transition to it so that I can start drawing somewhere other than my desk. Right, so we'll go back here. Get myself a general thing. Oh, this would be a good place to show off a thing. I was going to use this as a Patreon video. I probably still will. I'll show you exactly how to do it in that, but I can show you the idea because of the colours that we have going on here. So the way I shade is I just get a clipping layer, stick a multiply on it, and then get a colour that is the shadow colour that I'm looking for. and just shade roughly in that colour. Now the problem with a multiply layer with a particular colour is that if the colour that you're painting on top of is on the other side of the colour wheel to the colour you're putting down, then things are going to get grey and not particularly appealing. And I have found a way around that, which makes things, I mean, generally speaking that's more realistic, because that means you're pulling everything in the direction of the colour that you want to be the shadow. However, for a cartoony sort of thing, where you want things to pop and be vibrant, it's not ideal. And so I've worked out, particularly for October, this is very useful, I've worked out a way of doing shadows really, really quickly without having to change all the colours all the time, and it's just a faff. Okay, so really, that's so strong. Hold it. Cool. I'll just copy those up there. Turn you off, turn you on. Redo this a bit. This is Ride of the Valkyries. This is Storming the Castle from Rayman Legends. Right, so the colour I've been using as the multiply is a red. It's oh yeah, I'm on a clipping layer. It's that colour. But the red on the green makes things go quite grey. Whereas if I were to change the hue of the shadows to a green, it would look better on the green, but it would look worse on the brown. Oh no, now that's going grey. Ah, we're losing vibrancy. So what I can do is basically I nick... Well, I unclip it first. there's the thing. Hang on, I need to get rid of that line. There. I unclip the thing, I turn it into a normal layer, I put it in a... Oh, you can't see any of this, it doesn't matter. I'll give details at some point. Anyway, this is what it looks like. But what you can do... hang on, I'll turn this off. No, I don't. Okay, so the idea is you use the colour of the flats that you have to change the colour of the shadows. So now I have green shadows and brown highlight colours there. And you can just sort of turn it off and on, and suddenly, the greens become vibrant. And it took like 5 seconds. And it's great. And you can change the amount to which it does it. So like, okay, maybe not quite so green. Or maybe, hang on, if I select this area, maybe I can make it like a blue shadow. That, and then I can make it really colourful blue. Oop. Yeah. So you don't actually have to faff around with doing the colours when you actually shade, and it's great. I like it. Hedgeman is becoming a disco, and yeah, if you want to, you can just go and like that. Change the whole color scheme. Maybe make it all really bright, really vibrant, and then weird colors. You can do what you want. I'm just gonna do what I did before. That seems perfectly acceptable for my purposes. Maybe actually make this a bit redder. Quite nice. Cool. Yeah, so it's just a really quick way to make colours, shadows and things like that pop if you're doing something cartoony. It's a Christie. I had to cover your head and do because migraine. Oh no. Well, don't stop looking at screens. Look after yourself. Migraines are annoying. I've personally never had one, but I know people who have, and they are apparently incredibly annoying. So don't sacrifice personal comfort for the sake of a stream. Anyway, that's a hedge and me. The new buddy cop movie from DreamWorks. What do I need to do now? Done that. The Eiffel Tower wearing a beret and holding a baguette. I can do that. Does mean I have to draw the Eiffel Tower, though. The easiest of things. We've got this going on here, and then it sort of swings down like that. I'm assuming it's rotationally symmetrical. However erroneous such assumptions may be. Anyone any closer to working out what these are for yet? Wait, no, this has to be actually lined up, so let's make some squares. This isn't the pencil I'm used to. Where's my actual pencil then? Kazoo! Kazoo. Fun fact, the kazoo is also here for the same project. Does that help? Absolutely does not. Well, I'm trying to help. Wario, PI, Rufus, PI, Hedge, and the Eiffel Tower and a kazoo. But none of it's connected. That is accurate. That's slightly phallic. Let's put it out this way.
Go home, Parsnips. You're drunk.
I like a good mystery. A bit more baguette shaped. Got over the moustache. Any other Frenchy things you can think of? I guess it's, yeah, I guess more accurately Parisian things. think that's what's going on in there. Dunno, never been. Never visited Le Tour d'Eiffel. Traffic. That's just very big city. Although aggressive traffic, I hear, is a thing in Paris. But I don't drive, so... we could probably make this moustache a little more conspicuous. He's right, the traffic in Paris is something else, that's fair. Another baguette. Oh, garlic! 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 Going proper hello here. I'm not here for an accurate representation of France. I'm here for a stereotype. Because that's all I need to do the thing I want to do. Or onions, I guess. Garlic onions. You know what I mean. They're the same family. Can you really say you've been to Paris if you haven't seen a pedestrian walk onto a very busy road and then somehow make it out alive? Garlic is pretty... It's just like the whole kind of, you know, wearing garlic or onions around your neck. Again, that might just be an hello thing, but it's you know... Good enough for me. If it's good enough for Croft and Perry, it's good enough for me. That's not true. Their comedy could use with a bit of updating, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. That's good. Okay. I say good. It'll do for what I want it to do. Good is a strong word. Not one I'm prepared to use in this stream at all. Again, just want to make stuff quicko. We're not here for a good time, we're here for a quick time. Hey, it's that track I use for Hitman VODs. Stereotypical to Paris's horrible air. Again, I think that's largely just a big city thing. But maybe, again, maybe it's worth in Paris. I don't know. Do these lights first. Down there, then it goes behind the moustache, so I don't need to worry about it. A bit of stabilization on this. Smooth my lines, Clip Studio. My friend had very long hair at the time, and she could feel her hair getting greasier and greasier in the few hours we were in Paris. That's not a pleasant experience. I'll do the struts in a colour, that's fine. Looking at like a double. Nah, this drawing's all over the place. It doesn't matter! Architectural accuracy is not on the cards. That doesn't line up with the top at all. Let's just ignore it. It's fine. Okay. Good enough. Garlic. And or onions. And we'll go in the same direction. Coolio, coolio. Anyway, I'm glad Oobs isn't here to see this. That's all I know. Right. Get to colouring. It's kind of like a browny grey. Perfect. I need to tell her? I don't know. Do you want her to be angry? Let's grab this and sort of multiply so I can see it. That's behind garlic's fine. Lots of X's. Did you get disowned? No. Don't make Oobs disown me. That looks Eiffel Towery. It's France. Dishonored. Oh no. Okay, quick shading. Red. Back to just the moustache garlic and baguettes on a white background. It's, you know, it's a striking look. It's makes it look like the garlic or onions are like the bottom lip, and it's going hey, ah! But it's not. Okay. Tour d'Eiffel. Because the French are imaginative like that. Good enough. Next. Or is this for stop picking on the French? It is not for picking on the French. Oobs will be upset to know that. Is that done? Okay, this is a bit more abstract. It's another picture of me. I'm going to try and capture a particular emotion. I want a kind of wide angle lens sort of look on this. Not feeling this at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, let's have another go. Well, that's pretty much what I'm after. Yes, it's difficult. Let's do something else. Do the banana on the toilet. Think lockdown's gotten to me? It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't know what I'm doing. What does the toilet look like? I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be bolted down somehow, I guess. Oh, there's like the seat. Yeah. Of course. The music ended? Oh. I've only got 15 minutes. Let's stick it on shuffle again. I should really use some sort of reference for these things, but here we are. I've seen the toilet God knows how many times in my life. I should be able to draw one. That said, I've seen hands every day of my life as well, and yeah, no. Gonna put a little duck. Why? I don't know. Never presume what your artist's brain remembers or can pronounce. Yeah, it's weird. And work out what to do for that expression as well. It's bugging me, that. Usually I have quite a clear picture in my head of what I want to draw, but not really for that one. Anyways, the toilet. Stage 1 complete. The music has ended already. Now for the banana. Not sure how this is going to work precisely. Small maybe. Yeah. It's a really relaxed fruit. They're alright. Just going about their business, if you pardon the expression. Which is odd, because bananas aren't really known for helping with digestive matters. Don't they? I thought they were good for you in that way? I thought it was the opposite. Find it quite appealing. There's a double pun in there, if you look for it. Okay, that's banana number 1, banana number 2. Not quite so relaxed anymore. Bananas are actually good if you have a loose stomach. Constipated, you've been eating too many now. Yeah. Rich in several important vitamins and minerals, bananas are also relatively high in fiber, with one medium banana containing about 3.1 grams of this nutrient fiber as long maintained to help prevent leak constipation. Soluble fiber absorbs water, helping stools stay light and soft, but it does also say it can be bad for folks with IBS. I know it's got a lot of fiber, but I thought it was something to do with the potassium or something. It wasn't great. There's a lot of ways you can get fiber. And the reason fiber helps, the reason fiber is good for digestion is because your body can't digest it. You're not a cow. So that stuff just passes right through you. Be too many are bad for you? That's almost the definition of too many, isn't it? I like it when people say that. Oh yeah, but too much of that is bad for you. Yes, that's the definition. That's what those words mean. Right, let's... Since the toilet is common in these, might as well do this on a separate layer. You don't know. I'm not expecting you to know. Get going with the toilet. Actually, let's do a quick old flip so that things don't look terrible. I mean, they're gonna look bad, but I'm drawing a banana on the toilet. What do you expect? The Mona Pizza? Take that as a no. Good. Quick question, this might be a bit of a contentious issue. There's long been this whole debate of people leaving the toilet seats up and leaving the toilet seats down. What do you so on and so forth. Would the world be an entirely terrible place if we just all agreed to glue the toilet seat down? Because it's not like men can't use it with the seat down. Know what I mean? Seems like a weird design that they decided to put the seat on there, the liftable seat on there. I get that there's an element of convenience, but we have urinals for that, so I don't know. I mean, you don't have it in your bathroom. No, but some still insist on whittling all over the seat instead of just sitting down. Well, that's a different problem. If someone's going to insist on that, then you've got other problems as to whether or not they leave the seat up. Go to sit down, and they'll be able to clean the toilet once they're done. Now that's the only inconvenience I can really see is, like just cleaning under the seat would be it. It's either A, bad aim, or a subconscious need to mark one's territory. It's neither of those are great. Do you do duckbill? Difficult to do them from below. I don't even know why I'm doing it from below. It'll do. We're here. That's what we're here for. We're here for it'll do. You'll pardon the expression. Didn't ask you for sunglasses. Oh, that's B. Oh, I see. I wonder why that was there. B bracket. I get it. It'll do. Thank you once again for being the sane people in your life. Are you sure about that? Have you someone up been drawing today? Anyway, now for the banana. You do the same task day in, day out and expect different results, you are not sane. That's not the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is saying the same quote over and over again. And expecting a different outcome. Expecting a different response. Oh, was an banana that's seen some shit for some second? I mean, just has to look down, I guess. Generic newspaper squiggles. That tomato, I do like that tomato. Potatoes. Oh no, tomato. You say potato, I say tomato. Let's call the whole thing a salad. Obviously, generic newspaper squiggles is always good. What do I mean? I'm not illustrating a highly detailed newspaper. Look, I can lorem ipsum this if you want, and then properly crumple it up using a mesh deform. But the stream's technically over, so I'm pretty sure I can do this last banana. If you don't have irises or whatever on your character, the position of your eyebrows are going to indicate which direction the eyes are looking. Unless you angle it. If you have a non-circular eye. Close enough. I'll do that in the color stage. That's fine. Right, I won't bother colouring these on stream. It's basically done. The stream isn't over until I've at least waffled for 10 minutes after saying I'm done. Well then. I'm done. Goodbye! Okay, I'm back. Thank you for coming to the stream. I'll play in a bit, it's fine. I need a waffle. I need to do a waffle. Feels rude if I don't. You know? I want to say goodbye and thank you for coming. And I hope you had a good time and all that. Yeah. What are these doodles for? You will find out soon. Hopefully early next week. That's my plan. Yeah. Patrons will anyway. Yes. Then is soon. You typed your message too early. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. We'll see. Hopefully it'll make sense. It probably won't. But then again, the reason these doodles exist doesn't make sense in and of itself. So, you know. That's you. What? Who? What? Things that don't make sense? What? What's going on? So yeah, um, thank you. Thank you for being here and putting up with my nonsense for 2 hours. Now you just need to remember to check the Patreon. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. Would people be interested in me setting up a Discord for the Patreon so that I post a bunch of Patreon updates there? And there's also be like more regular works in progress so that I don't feel intimidated for having to have a good post and all that sort of stuff. Would that be something people are interested in? Just as having an additional place to put stuff. And I think you can like block off channels for certain tiers and stuff like that. I don't know. Because obviously, next year I want to do more digital rewards and things. So it makes more sense to have the Discord, I guess. But I'll also put the major stuff on Patreon anyway. I don't know. That would be good because they're terrible at informing other creators who've done stuff. I think there is an email system, but it's also quite annoying to get an email every single time everyone updates. Yes, you can set it to have a public channel and a Patreon tier channel. It's very clever that way and interesting. Okay. But I'll look into that. Because I like the idea. Because I'm terrible at posting works in progress and all that sort of stuff. So I can imagine if I had just the access to a Discord where I can just chuck stuff as I'm doing it rather than building it up and curating a kind of this is the process that I went through and here's a working, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. I'll look into it. Might be something that, might be helpful for people who miss things on the Patreon themselves. Patreon itself. Love to see more stuff. If Patreon's too intimidating, then Discord is heck yeah. I'm also going to be changing. I was trying to work out what to do with the tiers. And I've basically come to the conclusion that there's going to be two. There's going to be a, hey, you're giving me money, you deserve to see everything. And then there's another one which is, hey, you're giving me a fair old amount of money, you get a doodle. And that's it. And I sort of realised that I had taken ideas for how to do the Patreon from Patreons that were successful, and that people liked. And my reasoning was that, people like this and it's a successful thing, so that's a good thing to do, as opposed to they are doing that because they are successful. So yeah, Patreon themselves. Wonder what Patreon personified would look like. I don't know. The one thing about Patreon is they're quite hands off. They're not quite as in your face about their platform as pretty much anything else is. Not as much as Ko-fi. Ko-fi definitely leaves itself to itself. Well, there you go. There's a video idea. Personifying donation platforms. There's PayPal, which is just a arsehole. Anyway. Yeah. Stuff. Yeah, so that was a thing. There's also some other things. I'm planning on doing some interesting stuff next year. Some more weird streaming ideas, because this year's streams have basically been the same as last year's. Just not as good. There's so many problematic things with PayPal recently. It's not great. So much stuff. I have plans. I found the doodle I did on the 31st of December last year. Of all the things I wanted to do this year. And I've done absolutely none of them. Oh dear. There was the debacle a bit ago when they were messing with pay brackets and nearly lost them to the platform. Lost them the platform. So they're pretty laid back now. Yeah, there was that. I got in there. I got a Patreon, creator Patreon just before they changed the percentages. I was like, yeah, I have the original percentage. In regards to independent businesses trying to access their income, yeah, PayPal is not friendly in that sense. But yeah, to be fair, there was actually one thing on the list that I did do, which was October. That started. And that was the thing that everyone was like, what's that? I don't know. What? Not interested in that. Because I hadn't said anything about it until then. Yeah, this year has just, it's been very much treading water, and I want next year to be more special and more interesting, more different things. Hopefully, more value for your support. October's been great. I'm glad people like it. I think you'll like next week's Patreon comic. Yeah, it's a simple one. It's nothing major's happening. No jump scares, but I like it. It makes me smile. For various reasons. So yeah. And that's the only other one I've done, so I do need to catch up on that. So that's next week. Next week is doing commissions in October. That's the thing. Just like Better in General 2020 took a real dive. It's, yeah. But the problem is that people have been saying, this year's been terrible. Next year's going to be great. For 4 years now. And there is no reason to expect the next year to be better than this. I think we need to try and work at it if we can. Yay! So yeah, I'm gonna try and do my best to put in the effort to make next year better, rather than just expecting it to get better than this year. That's my plan. My plans were passive last year, they're gonna be active next year. That's the objective. So yeah. And that applies to all of you as well. I'm not just trying to make it better for me, trying to make it better for everyone who views my things and supports me and gives me a good time by being here and chatting. You're right, it was a 10-minute ramble, wasn't it? Your plans were pretty active this year? And then you couldn't do anything. Yeah. I mean, part of the active plans I did have, like, hey, attend conventions and try and sell things at conventions, make physical goods to sell. You're on for Prime Minister to force a better year. Can they do that? Is that just like a bit of legislation? I'm going to pass it through the House of Lords. 2021 must, by law, be better than 2020. Yeah. I don't know. Funny old thing, isn't it? So, thank you for coming along. Thank you for keeping me company while I draw weird things out of context. There is a context, I promise. And hopefully you'll see it next week. Next stream is we're going back to the Final Fantasy draw through. Oh yes, that's what we're doing. Final Fantasy VIII. I said last time that stream was probably the last sensible stream that we're gonna have for a very long time. Yeah. Things are gonna get strange. Try and write your predictions now. Also, Norg. We're probably going to meet Norg on Tuesday. Aha! Thanks for the stream. You love feeling like you're on drugs. That's I assume by that you mean medication, and by the feeling that you're on it, you mean feeling better and healthy. Yay. We happy for you will be a reality. Happiness is mandatory. Oh, that's probably a reference to the drug thing. Okay, I got it. Take your joy. Can we not make We Happy Few a reality? Because that was very glitchy. Yes. I'm going to shut up now and start Metal Crusher again. Have a wonderful time, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me company. I hope you had a good one. And I hope next week is great. Because you deserve it. Goodbye.